Kick a Touchdown Sports.
What's up, everyone? This is Kick a Touchdown Sports. I'm Bill White. With me, as always, Joe White. No Nick Nate Nolte tonight. He is in trouble with his bookies. He had a tough weekend. But anyways, enough about him. And more about us because we have breaking news. Breaking news. Kick a Touchdown Sports. We are on Spotify. We are a podcast and we are on Spotify, and you can check us out there. And yeah,
Big stuff.
big stuff here. So we're on YouTube, Spotify, we got social media, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we're everywhere. You can find us. Merch coming soon.
We're a big deal.
Big deal.
Follow us.
Stay tuned. But we know why you're here.
Mm.
Because we're going to get right into it. It was week 6. We're going over a little bit of games from week 6. Our picks. Our picks, most importantly.
Terrible picks.
Terrible picks.
Ugh.
I actually won more than I lost, so that's all right.
I lost more than I won.
Joe over here, we gave our picks last week. He went
Yeah.
4-10.
I had a bad
I
week.
really hope nobody took his advice.
I lost a lot of money.
Yeah. Nick over here, he went 7-7.
He's average.
500.
Yeah, nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
7 for 7.
Well, when you don't win, you lose, right? As for me, I went 8-6.
Damn, Bill.
2 games above 500. I'm the smartest person alive.
Wow. Can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that. And so we're gonna clarify the hot sauce challenge we were talking about
Been
before.
a lot of controversy. Controversy, they say in England. Same word, different meaning.
Controversy
Yeah.
with the aluminium.
No one knows what we're talking about.
No, unless you've been both places. Maybe, I don't know. You probably still don't. Either way, the hot sauce challenge is going to be given. The person that loses the hot sauce challenge is the person that has the worst record after we do our picks.
For example,
For example, 4-10,
that would be me.
that would be him.
I'm the guy.
Joe is a loser.
I'm a fucking loser.
We have to wait for Nick to come back, and then he's got the hot sauce. He's a hot sauce guy.
Yeah.
So on the show, the Sunday show or Saturday show, that's another thing. That's another big move.
Another breaking
big
news.
move.
Bah, bah, bah.
Our show that's usually coming out on Sunday,
Yeah.
coming out on Saturday.
As part of the Spotify deal, they asked
Yeah.
us to move it over.
So we did. We worked things out with their people. Worked out things with our people. It's all working out great. So except for Joe, because he's gonna be burning his mouth off with the hot sauce that Nick's gonna be bringing in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be burning.
Burning
But that's the hot sauce challenge.
hot sauce challenge.
And
So
we did have someone else enter into it. One of the fans in the comments.
yeah, he gave. We have Jason. The world is yours. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting.
What's up, Jason?
We told everyone to comment below.
Some did, some didn't.
Some did, some didn't. Jason, he gave his picks. We had another nice comments too. But Jason gave his picks. He went 2-2.
Yeah, Jason, you're not better than us.
You're on par with Nick.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, you're better than me, but I picked a
Yeah.
lot more.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jason, you know what? Pick every game.
yeah.
Come,
You know what I
come
mean?
walk a mile on my
You know what they
shoes.
say? If I can give any advice, I'd say when life gives you a curveball, lean into it and charge the mound.
That's it.
Take life on that way.
Be a man.
Be a man. We're gonna get right into what we learned from week 6.
What did I learn?
What
from
did
week
we
6?
learn from week 6?
Oh, boy.
What we learned is in the Texans game, the Titans are the real deal.
Titans look really good.
Titans are really good. Ryan Tannehill, he was 30 for 41 with 364 yards, 4 touchdowns. He threw 1 interception. That's going to happen. Just unbelievable. He did great. Derrick Henry had 22 rushes for 212 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a 9.6 yards per carry.
That's a lot of yards per carry.
That's a
though.
lot of yards per carry. He had a
Yeah.
big long one too.
Yeah.
AJ Brown, he looks good. He had 2 touchdowns,
He's
5
healthy.
receptions, 56 yards.
He's COVID free.
COVID free.
The whole team must be COVID free by
It must
now.
be. I mean, Adam Humphries. He had a good game too.
Yeah.
He came off the COVID list. Corey Davis is off the COVID list now.
Yeah.
Going into the next game.
Pretty wild.
Pretty wild, probably wild and crazy. They play the Titans with the amount of practice they've had
Yeah.
have been legit. They have been
Unreal.
killing it.
What they did to Buffalo 2 weeks ago,
Embarrassed them.
and then they came out and they 100% just did their thing against Houston.
Well, they went to overtime. So it
Yeah.
was a close game.
True.
And the Titans had a score at the end. Remember that A.J. Brown had the touchdown.
Oh, that's
at the end of
right.
regulation.
Yeah,
And
that
then
is right.
Tennessee got the ball.
So I take it back. Tennessee.
I mean, they gave him a fight. Houston's not bad. They have talent.
yeah.
Bill O'Brien's gone, so they're a little better.
Houston is looking much better since Bill O'Brien's left.
Yeah,
What I've learned since Bill O'Brien left is exactly what I knew before. Bill O'Brien
he
sucks.
sucks.
He ruins teams.
Oh.
Go back to Penn State where you belong, and that's it.
He did-
But
Penn
he
State.
did good at Penn State. That's what you should go back
I
to.
think he's a little overrated with Penn State. Well, I mean, they had all those regulations. They can't. Well, the Sandusky stuff. They
Yeah.
lost all the scholarships and everything else. They had like an average year, didn't they?
Yeah, they
I
never
don't think
did.
that.
But
there
people,
was-
you know what it was? People went to the school. No one thought anyone would even go to it for football. They thought it would be like a tarnished situation.
Yeah. So Bill
Like,
Bryan.
didn't Saquon
guess-
Barkley end up
this-
going there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he spun them in the right direction anyway.
Yeah.
But we're going in the wrong direction for sure. But we're not getting into that.
No, that's another topic for another day.
No, it's not. Not for us. We're not talking about that at all.
I think Ryan Tannehill is absolutely amazing though for what he's done in his career.
He's gone. He was in the slums.
Yeah,
He was about to be out of the league.
he was in the slums
He
of
looked
Dade
terrible.
County, Miami,
Oh.
the 503.
No, nothing against
The
Miami. I
305s.
mean, they go, oh, but I mean,
No.
like, the Dolphins is what I mean.
Yeah.
Adam Gase, which is actually the Jets now.
Terrible.
Gase was terrible.
Yeah,
He's not a good coach at all. He almost ruined Ryan Tannehill the way he's ruining Sam Darnold.
it's terrible.
And then what do you have? Dan Campbell as a
Yeah.
coach, the PC coach,
Mr.
or
Muscles.
PC principal
Oh.
at South Park.
Yeah,
That's what he looked like
Give him
with the
a whistle.
sunglasses. And he's
Yeah.
like, so guys,
I can't believe he was even in the NFL.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he was an interim coach because Joe Philbin was there before
That's
Dan
right.
Campbell, and he
Oh.
got fired. That's who they had was coach when they drafted Tannehill. So, like, look what Tannehill had to work with, a bunch of fucking bums.
garbage.
Excuse my
Just
language.
garbage. And now
Garbage.
he's finally got a shot. He's got
Mike
a good
Vrabel's a
running
good
game.
coach. They got good,
Derrick Henry.
good. They just got good culture there in Tennessee. And
You know what their biggest problem was during Corona when they had the lockdown is they wanted to continue practicing.
yeah, they were on like a high school
Yeah,
field
they
practicing.
were said no, don't get together, and they were like, yeah,
They're
don't know
like,
what to
hey,
tell you.
we gotta win games here.
Yeah,
Unlike the old Patriots,
I
who
like
are just
that.
like screwing around.
wish my
what the hell they're
guys-
doing.
I wish.
Get it together.
Yeah, I wish the Patriots and other teams would violate the COVID rules in practice. It would show me that they actually give a shit.
I mean, Brady did that down in Tampa before the game, before the season started.
He
He
got
was
them
down in the
together.
park and he was
hmm
walking to Ram guys' houses looking for Byron Leftwich's house.
Tom Brady's a crazy person.
I mean, but that's the passion you need to have, though.
Yeah,
Like, the life's giving you Corona. You know what you do? Go to Byron Leftwich's house.
yeah.
Be a man.
Be a man, break the law.
You know what they say?
What?
When life gives you a curveball,
Lean into
lean
it.
into it and charge them
You
down.
take it
That's
like a
another.
man.
I didn't think I was gonna say that twice.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna say it once.
So
It's
far, it's a good
it's
episode.
just been rolling,
I'm enjoying this.
rolling.
So yeah, Tennessee.
Tennessee looked good. Houston looked good too. It did. I
Yeah.
mean, for a team that's not
All
very
things
good.
considered.
Will Fuller's still healthy.
Yeah,
He had a touchdown. He looked
that
good.
should be breaking news. Will Fuller's still healthy.
Will Fuller's still healthy
I did not see this coming.
for now. Let's
Yeah,
knock on
for
wood.
now.
I mean, I hope he stays healthy. I'm not gonna hope someone doesn't stay healthy. But
What else we got, Bill?
what else do we got? So speaking of teams getting better
Mm.
when a coach leaves,
Oh.
the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
They put a whooping on the Minnesota Vikings.
I
a
couldn't
whooping.
believe it.
They stomped them on the ground, and they were like, you know what? Stay there, because they won 40-23. Matt Ryan threw 371 yards, had 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. It went 30 for 40. That's pretty
That's
efficient.
unbelievable.
He had a passer rating of 136.6.
Wow.
His QBR 92.5.
Wow.
Not bad. And they were just flying at all cylinders. All cylinders. The defense looked good. Defense had 3 interceptions off
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
If people had listened to you in last week's episode, they would have took the Atlanta Falcons defense.
And they would have done good.
Man, they would have done well. That's why you should be watching this show. and
Watch the
listening.
show. I know.
Watch,
I
listen.
wasn't even going to bring that
Yeah,
up.
I'll
but
do it for you, Bill.
I
You're a
appreciate
modest
that.
fella. I'll do
Hey,
it for you.
But that's the key to the FanDuels. We go on that real
Yeah.
quick. Is the defense. If you take a lower defense, you have more
the
value
money.
for the rest of your players, and that's where the money is. I mean,
So much money.
if your defense scores 7 points, are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are,
Yeah,
right?
I'll take that.
I mean, the worst team can get you 4, and then you're like, all right, I got a better receiver and a better quarterback, and that's my advice. Take a low
Take
defense.
a terrible defense.
If you took Atlanta, if you listen to me, you did good.
You're welcome.
Julio Jones,
Yeah. So what I know so far is that Atlanta they look so good.
they look like they're supposed to
They
look.
look like the Atlanta Falcons.
We've been saying that all year.
I know.
We've been saying the Atlanta has all the talent in the world.
It's all there.
It's all there.
And their defense.
And now they
showed
got
up.
they don't got Dan Quinn screwing it all up.
Dan Quinn, you are terrible for the league.
Oh.
So happy he's
I'm
gone.
terrible.
How did Julio Jones do? What
I'll
was
tell you
his
how Julio
numbers?
Jones did. He had 10 targets,
Okay.
caught 8 of them. 137 yards, and had 2 touchdowns.
That's a Julio Jones stat line right
The
there.
Julio
so
Jones
he's
stat
back.
line.
Would you say Julio Jones is back?
He
He's
looked
healthy?
good. He looked
And
good.
he's COVID free.
COVID free.
Don't forget. It's a
That's
big
not
deal.
why he
in
was
this
out
league.
though.
No, I know, but it's just fun to let everyone know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm COVID free too.
But what I want to know is how did Calvin Ridley do if Julio Jones had all those targets?
So you think that like maybe there was a shortage somewhere else?
Yeah.
Think again. Calvin Ridley had 7 targets, caught 6 of them.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty
Had
good.
61 yards and a touchdown.
That's a good stat line.
It is a good stat line.
There must be no more targets for anyone else there.
Well,
right?
I mean, Matt Ryan had 4 touchdowns. That's only 3 I've mentioned.
Oh, please tell me
He
those.
threw one to the tight end. Hayden Hurst had 4 targets, had 4 receptions, caught everything he got thrown to him. 57 yards and had that touchdown priorly mentioned. He is looking like Austin Hooper looked last year
Yeah.
with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I don't know if it says much about Austin Hooper. Is he just as good as Hayden Hurst?
Don't
or-
hoop the ball, Baker.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about
I don't
that.
want to talk about Baker.
But
terrible.
yeah.
I hate him.
But anyway, so Hayden Hurst is looking good.
Yeah.
He is looking good.
The Atlanta
Atlanta's-
Falcons look good.
Absolutely. This should be interesting going forward.
How did the Vikings do? Did Kirk Cousins lose the game? Was he that bad? I know the answer. It's a rhetorical question. Yes.
He had 3 interceptions.
Yes.
He had 3 touchdowns though.
It doesn't matter.
343. He went 24 for 36. His QBR was 28.2 though.
What was his QBR?
28.2.
That is terrible.
That's not very good
And
at all.
for comparison, what was Matt Ryan's?
His 92.5.
Okay, so there's a huge difference there.
So Matt Ryan's passer rating was 136.6
Mm-hmm.
compared to Kirk Cousins was 90.
I like the QBR numbers better. More drastic of a drop off.
Yeah,
For
and
sake
I
of
think
the
it
argument.
goes to a scale of 100 too, so it's a little more
Yeah,
measurable, I guess. But Justin Jefferson's been looking good.
he's a stud.
He's a number 1 receiver.
He is a stud.
Damn good. He had 11 targets, caught 9, 166 yards, and had 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
He gets in the end zone. He makes big plays. I like Justin Jefferson a lot. He's exciting. Adam Thielen, on the other hand, only had 5 targets. He
That's
caught 3
wild.
of them. He had a touchdown, 51 yards.
Well, you got to figure,
Receiving.
Kirk Cousins probably, with all the interceptions, all the targets must be going down. You know what I mean? Like, there's less ball to go around if you're throwing interceptions.
Yeah, true.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I think Adam Thielen's a good receiver.
I do
think
too.
He's not. I don't think he's dropping in the depth chart by any means to Justin Jefferson, but like Justin Jefferson,
Well, Judge Jefferson's just like he's a special receiver. He's good.
it's like as if Stephon Diggs. There's been no. I mean, with quality.
Not now.
Yeah, with quality receiving, like you went from Stephon Diggs to Justin Jefferson, like that's.
I mean,
not
that's like a lateral movement the way it's looking.
the way it looks
because,
right now. Who would have thought?
Jefferson has been producing. He's been looking good.
If only Kirk Cousins wasn't the quarterback.
Alex Madison was supposed to be.
We spoke so highly of
I mean-
Madison. I had him in all my leagues.
Me too.
I listened to our advice.
And he screwed me.
Screwed.
10 rushes, 26 yards, no touchdowns, 2.6 yards per carry.
I can't even look at you when you're saying these numbers. They're so bad.
Bad. We don't like that.
Oh,
It was a two. Yeah. So it was one-sided. The game was one-sided.
Yeah.
Atlanta won.
I'm
big.
so happy for Atlanta.
I am too.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You're off your schneid. You
Yeah,
got
you
a
got the
W.
monkey off your back.
Yeah.
With-
finally.
I hope they roll with it. They have a chance in that division.
I was
because
calling for Matt Ryan's head last week.
I was saying Matt Ryan's league MVP at the beginning of the season.
It's been a very up and down.
It's been a
season.
crazy season. It's been a crazy season this year.
It's unreal.
What a year to start a podcast, huh?
I know.
Jeez Louise.
Like, share, subscribe,
Yeah.
follow us on.
Spotify. Look us up. Breaking news. We're there.
Yep.
Speaking of there, Baker Mayfield was not there.
Oh my God.
He stinks.
This is supposed to be one of the highest scoring games of the week. It was under.
Pittsburgh scored a lot.
Yeah, right. They held up their part in the bargain. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be over under 54.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So what was it? 45.
yeah.
So Pittsburgh won 38-7, and Baker Mayfield is who we thought he is. He is a he stinks.
He's terrible.
He stinks on ice, and he got hurt in late in the third quarter. Keenum came in, but before that happened, Baker was 10 for 18, 119 yards,
Hmm.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, including a pick 6. Minka Fitzpatrick,
That was a big play.
former
Early.
Miami Dolphin. Yeah, he had a pick 6. Well, on the other hand, and everybody on Cleveland did terrible. It was a whole crap.
It was a terrible
A big
game for
load of
Cleveland.
garbage. Roethlisberger, on the other hand, he didn't have a big passing game.
No.
He didn't really need to. He was 14 for 22, had 162 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. James Conner got the ball 20 times, had
Wow.
101 yards with a touchdown. Chase Claypool also had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they're using him.
He looked. He didn't have that 4 touchdown game here, but he had a 1 rushing touchdown game.
I'll
so
tell you
that's-
what, Bill. He's at the bar pretty high.
Yeah, but he had 4 targets, 4 receptions, caught everything.
Yeah.
Like we said, Roethlisberger didn't throw the ball a lot, especially the Juju, because he's not that
What's
good.
up with Juju?
He's not that good.
You don't think he's that good?
I thought he was like a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he had a lot of potential. He's
When he was the guy riding his bike to practice and he was fun on the sidelines.
Yeah, and Antonio Brown's in all this
Yeah.
trouble, and you're like, wow, Juju's like a.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, I mean, he's likable. He's definitely likable. I think he's a good guy,
Probably a decent human being.
but he's not performing on the field.
What are his numbers for the year?
On the season, he has 28 targets with 23 receptions.
That's a good.
I mean, it's not a bad ratio. For only 194 yards and 3 touchdowns. What I'm seeing is Juju's not getting open.
No separation.
And then what's happening, too, is they're doubling on. They're putting the safeties on over the top, so he's doubled every play.
Yeah.
And he's just not catching the ball, and he can't get himself. And when you're supposed to be number 1 receiver like that, you have to expect that safety is going to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to do what you got to do to get open.
You got to use your ability and your skill.
Do a little okey doke, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Where are you? Where you going? You know, see you later.
Do you think we're looking at Juju's ceiling right now? Or do you think
I
he
think we've
has
already
the...
seen it.
Really?
I think it's over.
Wow.
If I had Juju in fantasy,
That'd be bullshit.
I would sell him now because right now he has more value than he's gonna have. I'm telling you right now, he's
And I'll tell you what, like
Scary, it's
Pittsburgh,
not good.
they do a great job drafting wide receivers. Like that's a fact. But like
yeah,
what they
look at Chase Claypool.
but what they need is Juju needs another Juju on the other side.
Yeah, he needs someone that's got a better another vet,
Yeah,
like someone that can like. I mean, Juju's still young,
he is.
so maybe he hasn't hit his ceiling. Maybe I should take that back.
Yeah,
Juju needs more guidance. I mean, and Tomlin's not a very good coach for developing.
Yeah.
But, like,
he's a player's coach. He's good at coaching up veterans and whatnot.
he's good, a good rah-rah guy. But yeah, they need like who would be somebody on the other side? Like I know, like Larry Fitzgerald, for example.
Oh yeah,
It's not gonna happen, but like somebody that's like that's been around the block
Been
and
there,
can
done that.
teach Juju a few things. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's what he needs.
Yeah, it's too bad because it'd be amazing to. It's interesting to think what would have been if Antonio Brown would have stayed on the Steelers. Like that offense was unreal,
Yeah, yeah.
unreal, and Juju
It
was
was.
at his best because he wasn't the
He was the
number-
second option.
Exactly. I don't know if they're ever gonna get him a better option than Antonio Brown, but hopefully they can do it for his
You
own
never
sake.
know. Hopefully, I mean they do good drafting receivers. Like we're saying, maybe Chase Claypool could be that guy, but he's younger. He's a rookie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He
like,
needs the guy too. Juju needs to be the guy for Claypool. And
No.
Juju doesn't have that guy ahead of him.
the Steelers are undefeated, so what are we talking
What do
about?
we know?
What do we
What do
know?
we know? We're just a couple slums in the basement.
Maybe
right?
he's due.
He's due.
He's due.
Could be.
Next week, Juju.
Juju, hey,
Big week for Juju.
didn't hear from me though. It was
No,
him.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Speaking, I wouldn't bet on it.
Please.
My lock of the week last week was the Packers were favored by 1 point over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes. Big game.
I
Huge
thought they were
game.
gonna win by more than one. Right? It's easy. Why is this is crazy?
Yeah.
Uh,
The undisciplined Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the disciplined Green Bay Packers. It
Yeah.
should have been an easy win.
and what do I know? Because the Buccaneers won 38-10. Buccaneers had 0 penalties the whole game.
That's the most important thing of this whole story. Say it again, Bill.
The Buccaneers had 0 penalties
In the
in the entire game.
so there you go.
None. Like,
That's huge.
what did Brady do to these guys?
You know what is the TB12 method?
No. Do you think that they're more pliable?
Yeah, they're more pliable.
They could be more pliable.
That's all it comes down to. Tom Brady
Wow.
and
I didn't even think about that.
who's his trainer?
Alex
I
Guerrero.
almost called him Chavo Guerrero, but that would have been way wrong. Alex Guerrero, they all went in there. They got a rub down. Look what Gronkowski did. He's pliable
Oh
as
my
fuck.
God!
Rob Gronkowski.
Who's
came-
Rob? This isn't Rob Gronkowski. This
Tell
is.
me, what's his stat line, Bill? What did Rob do?
I don't know if you guys remember the Tuesday show last week.
Yeah.
We were talking about how Brady's gonna be throwing the ball. I was talking about
You were
how Brady's
talking.
gonna be throwing the ball at Gronk a lot next week, and I said, "What's the over/under on 8 targets for Gronk?" And everyone was like, "Ah, it's pretty high." You know what I mean? Like you might not know what you're talking about over there, Bill. But okay, well, his stats: 8 targets, 5 receptions, 78 yards, 1 Gronk spike.
That's it.
With his opposite hand, it was a lackluster.
It was a little
Uh,
ugly to watch.
But I mean, Gronk he scored a touchdown. You don't want,
Yeah.
and you don't want to hurt yourself scoring a touchdown.
no,
you know?
no. Well, I mean, at this
You're gonna
moment.
be like, what was it? He sure?
Oh yeah, that.
Was that he sure?
No,
when
no,
he,
the
when
guy
he-
was celebrating the
he ran and he headbutted the wall after scoring for a
yeah.
touchdown,
Oh,
and he got
yeah.
like a concussion.
Oh my God, was he the quarterback for the Jets? Or?
That was the I think he made it at one point, but it was Washington at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what makes it interesting for
I think it was
me.
Heath Schuler.
I believe that Mike Evans and Tom Brady aren't on the same page as far as understanding their ranks on the team. Mike Evans sees himself as the number one guy, and Tom Brady sees himself as the number one guy.
Yeah, they're like two alphas.
Two alphas, right? So Mike Evans, week one, was blamed by Tom Brady for not running the right route, turning into an
Yes.
interception, right?
Yep.
The coach came out and said, "No, Tom Brady's wrong. Mike Evans is right." There's been a little bit of conflict there, and I imagine, right? I'm reading the tea leaves, and now I'm seeing Chris Godwin come out, right? How many
Yep.
targets did Chris get?
He had 5 receptions.
5 receptions, okay. And
So the ball
Gronkowski
going-
had 8 targets.
Yeah,
And
5
how many targets did Mike Evans have?
2.
And how many catches did Mike Evans have?
1.
I think that's something to keep
10
an
yards.
eye on. That's something to keep an
A
eye
first
on.
down, maybe.
Is Mike Evans a veteran enough to say, as long as the team wins, I don't need the ball? Or is he a diva wide receiver?
I would say he's a diva wide receiver.
I would bet on
I
that he's
didn't
a
want him
diva.
to be.
Was it you want him to be?
I didn't want him to be.
No, I
did not. I did not want him to be.
I
But
didn't
it seems
think-
like he may be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think about him. I really don't.
There's something up.
Something's up.
I can't wait to see if this whole thing falls apart or if they win a Super Bowl. Because that's what it is. It's all or nothing with them. Either they're going to be the disciplined team that whoop the Packers, right?
Yeah.
And they win by any means necessary, right? Gronk gets his catches, Mike Evans doesn't, and they win and everyone's happy. Or they're undisciplined and they bitch.
Yeah. I think that Mike Evans, if he's having a problem with egos in the locker room,
That's awesome.
he needs to check himself.
That's awesome.
That's Brady.
I love the storyline.
I've been like anti-Brady. I said in a former show I want Brady to get hurt. I don't really want Brady to get hurt.
Yeah.
But
metaphorically.
just so no, right? Don't look at the old things like, "Well, Brady gets slammed again." No, I don't. I was joking.
I want
Relax.
I want his feelings to get hurt.
Yeah,
Crushed.
yeah. I want him to lose. I was rooting against him, but I mean, I'm rooting to see. I'm just rooting to. I'm just watching. I'm watching the Bucks. I think Evans needs to check himself if he's having because he's with Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you have? Manziel in college.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston eat the W out of that.
Oh, I saw
and
that video.
remember, it's gross.
I finally watched that video after you suggested it. Like, watch the W.
Yeah,
Type
you
in.
guys didn't know what I was talking about.
Go type in Jameis Winston. Worst. What was it? Worst warm up speech ever.
Yeah,
He literally sucks his fingers and stares at all the guys in a circle.
yeah. They were all like, "What
It's
the
super
hell?"
uncomfortable.
It's wicked uncomfortable.
I watched it, but I didn't
It's
want to
terrible.
watch it. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, you're Mike Evans. You went from the W eater to
Yeah.
Tom Brady, the GOAT,
Yeah,
and you gotta maintain.
you're with Brady, dude. You have a chance for a Super Bowl. If that's the problem,
I hope it is.
me too. Just shut up.
I hope
All right.
it is. So Aaron Rodgers, he had a terrible
Aaron
game.
Rodgers. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so in the first quarter,
Yeah.
the Packers are up. For first quarter, Rodgers throws a pick six.
It's
right?
10-0.
It's 10-0 Packers.
Yeah.
Rodgers throws a pick, right? Pick six, right? Two passes later,
2 passes later.
he throws another interception. Returned off for almost a pick six down to the 2-yard line, and they end up scoring.
And then so they went from that pick 6, they scored 31 unanswered points.
31 unanswered points. Something got in Rodgers' head.
Something happened, man.
I think he's looking over on the other side, and it goes, "Oh, do you think Brady's looking on the other side?" And it's like the water boy, and he's seeing like a baby,
Yeah.
and Brady's like, "Go, go, go!" And he's like a puppy, and it's Aaron Rodgers though, and he's like, "What?"
What is it?
And he's also like, got in his head.
I think it's the fact that he was forcing the ball to Devontae Adams the whole night.
Yeah, I mean,
Who else?
he just doesn't trust anyone else.
He doesn't trust
Aaron
anyone else.
Jones and Devontae Adams.
I feel like the Packers played better. I don't know. They seem like he was able to spread the ball around a lot more when Devontae Adams wasn't on the field. Devontae Adams is the best wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers in the league. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's not. I'm just saying it seems like Aaron Rodgers is more confident giving the ball to a bunch of downgrades. And then now as soon as he comes back, he's trying to force
Just
the ball.
forcing it to him, yeah.
You
He's
can
just
see
got to
it.
spread the ball. I mean, throwing the ball when it's open. I mean, come on.
That pick 6
What
was in front of Devontae Adams.
Yep.
So I don't know.
He
Aaron
didn't make the
Rodgers.
tackle.
Aaron Rodgers, I
No.
watch you. You know, come on, man.
Yeah, step it up. But Aaron Jones also had 10 carries. Like, what the hell? He had 10 carries
Yeah.
for 15 yards and he had a touchdown. Okay, so he also had 5 targets for 3 receptions and 26 yards. Both those numbers need to go up.
I'd
The
say
receptions need to go up, and the
Carries.
rushes need to go up
Yeah.
for Aaron Jones because he has been a beast this year.
you got to use him as a number one in that offense.
They're like Tampa Bay just like what they do? They just shut him down
They
completely. What they
smothered him. They
what do
brought
they do?
pressure the whole game.
They like they throw pepper in their eyes.
That's what it was. I saw.
You think they're throwing pepper
I
in
saw,
their
I
eyes?
saw some pepper
Holy
in the
crap.
eyes. Yeah,
Wow.
pretty
Wow.
fucked up. Hey, you know.
Says
they
a lot
got-
about that organization. You know?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But so yeah, that was a crazy game. I didn't see that coming.
No.
Happy to listen to me if you
The
didn't
last
listen
thing I
to
would
me.
have thought.
So this game I did kind of see coming.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Football, right?
Good game.
Arizona 38-10 over the Dallas Cowboys. And one thing I learned is Andy Dalton is not Dak Prescott. In fact,
Mhm.
if I was Jerry Jones, I would call Dak Prescott and say, hey, I'll give you your half bill.
Listen here, Dak. I got money for you.
I got money for you. Meet me on my yacht.
What do you mean? This is Jerry.
Yeah.
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 I'll stop in the bush.
Give Dak Prescott the money while he's hurt and while nobody else has. Like, well, I mean, they can't, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before he doesn't want it.
The case to be made for Dak Prescott to get paid every penny he wants from Jerry Jones was made Monday night.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, Dalton was slinging the ball around, though. He
He-
had 54 passing attempts. 54.
Okay, when we were talking about how are the Cowboys, I thought maybe with Dalton under center, they're gonna realize the limitations and try to run the ball and
Well, they
balance
didn't.
offense.
Ezekiel Elliott had 2 fumbles.
I couldn't. You see how on that blue shirt, that blue undershirt?
Yeah.
Is that the reason he was
It
fumbling?
was like slipping out of his
Yeah,
hands.
like, what's up
I
with
mean, it
that?
didn't look good.
He looked terrible.
He did.
He had drops. He had fumbles. He had 11 targets.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton threw the ball to Ezekiel Elliott 11 times.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work
No, and he only had 8 receptions for 31 yards because he got smoked as soon as he caught the ball.
every time, but he kept throwing the ball to him.
Yeah, that's why. That's 54 of those attempts are 11 targets.
That's so
Because
crazy.
20% of them are dump downs to Ezekiel Elliott.
That was such a wild game. Watching how bad Dallas just puked all over
Oh, it
themselves.
looked bad. It
Andy
just-
Dalton, he had so many open receivers that he just flat out missed.
Yeah.
Just flat out missed the target.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah. I mean, and Arizona just had great field position all night
The
long.
whole time.
And so Kyler Murray only had 188 passing yards. You know, and one of those passes was an 80-yard pass to Kirk,
Yep.
Christian Kirk, and another was a 60-yard pass to DeAndre Hopkins. That's 140 of those 188 yards were the 2 plays.
That's wild.
So when they didn't already have good field position, they threw bombs.
Right down the
And they
field.
always had more too. I think they threw one even to Andy Isabella that he missed.
Yeah, they were trying all game.
They were just throwing bombs out there. It was great. I loved it. It was like
Kyler Murray
hey,
completed 9 passes.
9 passes, went 9 for 24.
Unbelievable.
He had more carries than completions.
That's
he ran the
wild.
ball 10 times for 74
You
yards.
know what
and
that
a
reminds me
touchdown.
of? That reminds me of Tim Tebow.
The old Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow, more carries than completions.
Yeah.
I like that kind
Yeah.
of game.
They lose by 30.
Yeah, they wouldn't score 38. Unreal. I like how they had 24 points off turnovers.
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
That's huge. That's huge. That's
Every
because
time.
that has to do with that field position they were getting off the
Every time.
turnovers.
Unbelievable.
It's just a bag of crap. That's what Dallas was.
I thought the fact I've been high on Arizona all year. For some reason I didn't take them this last game, but I was like, you know what? I had like this fantasy thoughts, like Andy Dalton, here's your
Andy
shot.
Dalton here he is.
He was
the
on
Red
the Bengals.
Rifle. He was on the Bengals.
He was on the Bengals. He never had any weapons good enough.
He had Jerome Simpson doing
These
flips.
are the most. He has so many weapons, right? He has and I mean, okay, well, let's say the Dallas's defense is trash. Dallas's offensive line is completely banged up and hurt.
Yeah, they had only one star, a regular starter last night, was
Yeah.
Zach Martin. Then he got hurt in the game.
So they are really just patching it together with there.
Yeah, it's true.
So the whole argument that their defense is so bad but their offense is great is slowly diminishing. Now it's they both just suck.
They both suck.
If you have no offensive line, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a house with no door.
Yeah, that's like Dallas.
You got nothing.
Dallas lives on their offensive line.
100%. That's been their go-to for the last 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no faith. Dallas may make the playoffs because their division.
They're in
is
first
so
place in the
crazy.
NFC East.
Katie
They're in
Murphy.
first place. The Dallas 2 win and 4 loss. Dallas, because you want to know why they're
Please.
always tied? Because the fucking Philadelphia Eagles
Oh, yeah.
decided to go for a tie and was it week 2? Oh, I'll never get. I'm so mad about
I
that.
know, I know.
Oh, I like to punch that coach right in the face.
It's terrible. I'm rooting for the Washington football team in that division.
Are ya?
Would you root for the Giants?
I hate the Giants. This year I'd root for them though.
Yeah,
It's
Danny
because
Dimes.
it's like funny.
The only team I wouldn't really want to root for out of the NFC East is the Eagles, because they're the only team that realistically should be better.
Yeah, Carson Wentz stinks.
Yeah, Dak Prescott's hurt out for season.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
You get a pass. But the Eagles are the one team where you look at it and you go, you should have your
That's
shit
not-
together.
but they were injured too though. They had 7 players not play. Then they had a few
Yeah.
more injuries during the
I'm
game.
talking about before this though. They
Yeah.
could have been better. Fuck the Eagles.
They're banged up.
All right.
They are banged up. That's our last game that we're gonna go over.
That's it. It's a
That-
quick midweek show.
Quick midweek show. Looking at about a half hour.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening on Spotify, thank you for listening on Spotify. And if you're not, start listening on Spotify if you want, or go to YouTube. We're gonna be throwing some clips on Instagram soon, so people are gonna be seeing that.
More content.
We got big plans coming. We got stuff in the works. We got stuff in the works.
Yeah. You got to tune in to find out
Tune in
what
to
stuff
find out what
is
stuff
in
is
the
in the works. Big stuff. That's
Yeah.
what.
It's all
That's
the works,
what.
really.
But thank you again for tuning in. This has been another great episode of Kick a Touchdown Sports. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Kick a Touchdown Sports, on Twitter at Kick a TD Sports. Don't forget to follow our sponsor, Views from Saturn, at Views from Saturn with a underscore. Also, don't forget Nate Nolte, our co-host, who is not here tonight, but he's a Twitch superstar.
He is.
He's over here twitching, twatching, all the things
He's
they do
an
there.
influencer.
He's an influencer. You want to
Yeah.
get influenced? He's a guy. Video games and stuff. Check him out on Twitch. Nate Nolte. I'll spell it because he's not here. Nolte. Check him out. It's been real. Y'all be sweet. Peace. See you guys next time.